Hey guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? It's friggin' late o'clock. It's actually midnight. Yup, we're starting this one late. I went out tonight for a barbecue at a friend's house and stayed there till about 11:30 and just got home and haven't filmed shit all day. What I did do today was print up another mold, and then I got this mold here that didn't quite make it. The bed wasn't level and you can sort of tell. These are the swim bait molds. This one needs a little bit of doctoring, but I should be able to get it to work. I also printed up some mounts, as I showed in the previous video, for the Google Home, for this guy here. I want to mount that to the wall, probably back there to the right of my whiteboard, or maybe right where the whiteboard is, if it'll reach. I don't know if it's going to reach. Let's see. I think mounting it right there is probably the best bet, because the power cable is not long enough. I can make it work. Maybe I'll get rid of that whiteboard. Actually, I'm thinking about taking that whiteboard down anyway and using that for the Pound Abbey episodes, because Joss has been begging for a whiteboard and we don't have one. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'll bring that over to the boys' house and then we can friggin' use it for Pound Abbey. Now, if I knew where the hell I put that mount for the Google Home, we can get processing on the installation. Let's see how I printed it out of clear PLA. It's kind of evading me right now. Where the hell did I put that thing? Oh, and another thing I printed up was this. What is this, you ask? That, my friends, is a mount for the Google Wi-Fi, which I'm going to mount to the wall back here so that it can echo out the window and give me some Wi-Fi in the garage, because this summer, if I do anything mechanical outside and want to live stream it, I'm going to need to have good Wi-Fi outside, and right now I kind of don't. I'd really love to know where the hell I put that Google Home mount. Anyway, I'm going to look for that. And while I look for that, you guys can watch the time lapse of the 3D printing of the Google Home mount. Roll it. Alrighty, I found it. So I have some screws left over from a previous project. I brought them in the house. Now I can't find those. I'm telling you guys, I'm about as organized as a friggin' kid's toy box. Where the hell did I put those screws? Purposely brought them in the house with full anticipation of doing this installation. And I have no idea where the heck they went. Did I put them on my desk? You guys are staring at a wall right now. Hopefully you're enjoying the look of the wall, because I need to hunt for this. I am not prepared for this. I was going to do this video earlier today. What ended up happening was a friend of mine reached out, said, hey, we're doing a barbecue. You want to come over for a barbecue? And I was like, sure. I don't know, honestly, when I get invited over for a barbecue, I expect it to be like, you know, burgers and hot dogs. Little did I know, they went out and went all in and got freaking steak. I was like, okay, all right, this is awesome. So I had barbecue steak for supper, grilled to perfection. You know, where you get the barbecue up to like 400 degrees, and then you just flop the meat on it, let it sit for about a minute, flip it, let it sit for about a minute, take it off. Okay. I don't think those screws are up here. I think I left them downstairs. So I probably can't find them because they're not in here. Anywho, let's go downstairs and see if we can find them. While I'm down there, I'm grabbing a beer. I think I had like 6 beers so far this weekend. Really didn't need that 2 for, but I'll have beer for next weekend, so I won't have to go up and buy beer. Did I leave them on the stove? And I didn't bring beer with me to the barbecue because I had the drive home, so you shouldn't drink and drive. There they are. I knew I had them in here. Frig sakes, looking around upstairs like an idiot, and they weren't even there. I only have 4 screws left. I don't know if 2 screws are going to hold that Google Home or Google Wi-Fi in place. I came down here, I was like, I'm going to grab a beer, and I completely almost forgot again. Let's, okay, no, correction. I drank 7 beers. So this will be number 8 of the old Sleeming Clear 2.0. Gotta love that low-carb beer. Well, you don't gotta love it, but I like it. I like it a lot. Oreo's all excited to come into the room and hang out. I'm gonna set this beer on the desk here. We'll have a victory beer after we get this Google Home mounted. I'm still kind of lost at the fact that these mounts are $15 on freaking Amazon. Like, that's a little bit ridiculous if you ask me. I know nobody's asking me, but I'll freaking tell you anyway. Like, I'm in the wrong line of business. I could totally start printing these up and selling them for $6, undercutting the shit out of that other company, make a bank. Hell, I would even go as far as giving the hardware to install them into your wall. So yeah, something I want to do tomorrow, because one of the people that was at the party tonight, she mentioned that tomorrow it's not supposed to rain until 4 o'clock. So even though it's really late right now, if I get up at a decent hour tomorrow, and what we might do after we get this installed is head out to the garage and see about finding my multimeter. All right, so we want this right here. I think you guys can see it on the camera. Let's line it up to the dead center. Hey, give my bit back. Good enough. Good enough. All right. Now, the way this works is you take your Google Home, disconnect the power, run the cable through the hole in the bottom, reconnect your power. I'm guessing. Flop that in there. And boom. Google Home has been mounted to the wall. Took me 2 hours to print that, and I do say I like it on the wall better than on the lamp. That's pretty dope. So we'll let that boot up. It's gonna make some chimey sounds gradually. Probably not. Sure. Now, for this Google Wi-Fi, how am I going to pull this off? My big question is, it's not really that big of a question, but question nonetheless, how much range do I have to pull wires? I want to mount that right there-ish. So, the way this mount works, hopefully you guys can see this, is the mount just sits and the Google Home just kind of mounts into it. But the problem is, I'm having some cable management issues because the wire for the Google Home is not really that long. I got to do something with that Google TV as well. What, I'm not sure, but I got to do something with it. So I want to mount that there, I think. Will that work? No, that freaking line is too short. Do I have room to plug that elsewhere? Yes, I do. Ooh. Now, I can mount it anywhere I want. What I'm going to do is set that thing there for now. Grab my mount. So this one here calls for 3 screws, and they're actually not as big. You know what? We might take a rip out to the garage right freaking now. And we're going to grab this mount. We're going to go see if we can find some better screws for this operation, because we're going to need them. I was actually debating on getting another Google Home for the garage, just so I can have super awesome Wi-Fi out there, as well as like for streaming and for the Google Audio. See, the other night while I was out here airbrushing, or not airbrushing, pouring baits, Spotify kept cutting out. And the reason for that is because when that bay door over there is closed, I can't get any freaking Wi-Fi in here. So let's see if I have anything in these magical cans that I can use to mount with. That's all nails. I really don't want to be using nails for this. Got anything in here? Rivets. Oh, I got glitter in here. I can use this for making baits. I just bought a bunch of them too. Didn't realize I already had some. Oh well. Those are a little bit too long. Those screws are finishing nails. Finishing nails. If I ever need finishing nails, I got a metric shit ton in here. Definitely no wood screws. Thought I had some like really small wood screws. I'm gonna go check my toolbox. Alright guys. Found this bag of self-tapping screws. Well, it says self-tapping on it. I don't know how self-tapping they really are. I guess anything can be self-tapping if you ream it hard enough. They're really small. However, due to the way that thing prints, it actually prints it out perfectly to where the screw sits flush into the job, and a lot of it protrudes at the bottom. So I got a bigger screw for the center to hold it in place, and the other screws will keep it from spinning so it doesn't topple over and drop what I'm trying to hold up. At least that's my logic, and I'm sticking to it. So we can head back in the house and mount some Wi-Fi. You know what, while I'm out here though, I'm gonna try and find my friggin' voltmeter. I have an idea, I know exactly where it is. I have a feeling it's down here. Yup, it's right here. Because tomorrow, if Sheena's right, that's the lady that was at the house tonight. She was all excited because tomorrow's going to be 20 degrees and not shit weather. Oh, I don't even need to put a battery in it. We're beautiful. Yeah, we got power in this thing and everything. Sweet. Jesus, Murphy, what the hell? I got this like friggin' dangler on me. I don't know what the heck that was, but that was gross. Anyway, she said tomorrow's going to be sunny until about 4, and then it's going to start piss pouring rain. And I'm thinking tomorrow might be the day that we diagnose the Trans Am's power drain problem. Hopefully there's enough power in the friggin' battery to diagnose the Trans Am's power drain problem. So I must have put a new battery in that already. Sweet. I was going to use this weekend to pour some more baits, but we got a freaking huge bag of green pumpkin worms here to sling. I do want to pour some more swim baits, and if I can ever get that worm mold to print, I want to come out and do that one, because that's like your traditional Senko with the ribs in it, like these, you know? It'd be kind of cool to have a bunch of those to sling around too. Anyway, I guess we don't need to come out here and look for the multimeter, because we kind of found it, which is pretty awesome. So now we can go mount our Wi-Fi. I know I just took my network down by unplugging it and plugging it back in. Well, the network in the bedroom. I used to run a hard line from the bedroom in, and then I bought that wireless, the power Ethernet over AC adapter. Then you plug it into the wall, and you can fire Ethernet signal through the wall. On the cable, I was getting 100 megabits because I'm only using Cat 5. Well, that's all I had at the time was Cat 5, not Cat 5e. So it would only do 100 megabits. And then that thing there, the power over AC, would only do 300 megabits. And then with the Google Wi-Fi, she'll do 1200 megabits. And it's got an Ethernet port on it. So I'm literally using the Google Wi-Fi to get internet into this room, and it works awesome. Anyway, let's get this thing mounted on the wall, and I'll show you what we got. All right, hopefully that stays put. I need a Phillips head. I'm basically going to be printing up some more of these Google Home mounts because I want to mount the router downstairs on the wall, as well as mount the one in the bedroom on the wall, just to get them off the desk. But it'd be freaking cool if I could find a Phillips head screw driver bit. That one should do. All right, so this mounts to the wall like this. You're probably all yelling at me saying, Adam, pre-drill. And you probably got the right idea. But I'm a little French, so I don't do things the way you do it. Okay, this is not the right bit. It'd be so awesome if I can actually get in here. Holy shit. Get in there. Oh, broke. Oh, I just dropped the screw. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's get a bigger bit. Obviously that one doesn't work. Okay, we're good there. Self-tapping my ass. All right. Now, all we gotta do is take this guy, shove him up here like this, and boom. Not going anywhere. Probably be a good idea if I cleaned it off. But, you know, I'll do that. I knew where my paper towels were. Thought I had some cleaning spray up here, but who knows where that ran off to. Are you hiding over here? No? Okay, cool. Well, we'll just use water. And there we go. Wireless access point. Nice and washed. Beauty. Yeah, it's upside down, but who cares? As long as it sends out Wi-Fi, it's all that matters to me. No, I'm telling you, man. 3D printers, one day, it's going to be a thing. Like, there's still a long way for 3D printers to come. If you think about it, like with auto leveling beds and all that, until they are basically set up to the point where you can install one in your house and just start printing with it, there's nothing you have to do. Just keep it full of filament. When that time comes, it's going to be one of these accessories that every house will have. Because, let's face it, you know, a lot of the stuff you buy from the dollar store is just cheap plastic crap that you can make at home. Like I saw when I went to the Dollarama, ever since I got this friggin' printer, it's been an eye-opener. I went to Dollarama and I was looking at different things. And like they had like those LED lights I tried to put up on the wall as a joke. And they fell down. They actually sell little clips for LED lights, for those lit light strips. So you can mount them all around the roof of your room and set them up. I'm actually thinking about doing that in here. Getting the LED strips and then powering them off of a different type of power mode, like a solar battery or something, just so I can have lights in here so that if there's a power failure, at least I have one illuminated room in the house that I can sit in and not feel like a caveman. And then have it powered by solar, but that there's going to be a project for another day further down the road, because I got to figure out where the hell to put that solar panel and where the hell to put that battery and the wiring and all that fun stuff. But I'm telling you, 3D printing, it's going to be something that's going to be just as regular in a house later on as your stove. You know, like if you think about it, microwaves, when they first came out, they were revolutionary. Nobody had one. Only like rich families had them because they're so expensive. Now it's like everybody has at least one. In my case, I have two. One for food and one for making hot plastics. 3D printing will become a household appliance that will become like a standard in every house for printing up stuff. And seeing how PLA is super biodegradable, as it's made from, I think the stuff I buy, it's made from corn. If it does end up in the landfill, it's gonna biodegrade. It's non-toxic, it's fine. So that's pretty awesome. I think I've been having nothing but success with this printer ever since I fixed the extruder, that I'm going to go ahead and try and print my worm mold again. Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and print another home mini. And having good luck at 215C on the hot end, 60 bed temp, and 100% printing speed. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that again. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for today. Hanging up some Google stuff, and I think it looks pretty badass. Like, that looks pretty awesome there. And the Google Wi-Fi up on the window. That should get some Wi-Fi outside. So that's pretty awesome. And like I was saying, I'm thinking about getting another hub for the garage. And maybe one for the kitchen window, just so I can echo more Wi-Fi in the backyard. Really make this area a Wi-Fi area, because it'd be nice to be sitting at the campfire and get good signal and set up like a little, like my Sony Bluetooth speaker and have some tunes out there at the campfire and stuff. And yeah. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. Like, I wanted to do some more, but frig, it's late and I need to get to bed because, like I say, if it's nice tomorrow, I got some plans. Anyway. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. If you got a 3D printer, let me know what you've been printing lately, because I'm really enjoying this hobby. Like, seriously, this is probably one of the funnest things I've ever done ever, where you can just replicate shit and build shit, and it helps you get somewhat organized, and you could really get organized with this technology. Big time. Anyway, until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.